Tonight, we're sitting down with an old friend of the program who, in my opinion, is the most athletically gifted player ever come out of New Zealand. Still only 22 years old, he can jump out of the gym any time of the day. Welcome back to the pod, Carlin Davison.
Hey brother, how you doing?
Good, man. Congratulations on being selected in the NBA G League International Draft. How did that come about, and what's your initial thoughts when you hear the news?
The little thing my agent was working on, I guess, and it was cool and all that, but I don't think it was the right pathway for me just at the moment. But yeah, it was cool to be able to be in that situation.
I fully understand you're in a really good situation. You're no longer a development player in the New Zealand Breakers. So you're actually on the squad that playing consistent minute now. So you did amazingly last game where you had your career high with the Breakers. How was that game for you?
I felt like it was just another game, but it had something about it. Obviously, being the first game of the season, which was cool. And I guess I just went out there and did my job, and the coaches believe in me and they put me in situations where I can strive and be the best version of myself. Got good teammates around me, so they're really great to me and helped me out a lot. So it was pretty easy.
Did you get some new tattoos since we last recorded our podcast? And give me a story behind some of your favorite new ones.
I got one on my shoulder over here. It's just my initials.
Beyond seeing over the defenders, what are some of the unexpected advantages of your height give you off the court?
I mean, when you're walking through people, yeah, but I don't even see myself as that tall, like I'm only 6'5", maybe 6'6". Yeah, I guess people just look at you and be like, oh, you're tall, you must play basketball. And I get that a lot. I'm sure other basketballers do too, but
since you started wearing the Tall Blacks uniform, what are some of the biggest lessons you have learned so far playing against international competitions?
International basketball is way different to any other basketball, I feel. You get an opportunity to be a bit more aggressive and a bit more physical, and I love how physical the game is. My first tour was against Australia, and the physicality was just so much more than what it was in NBL and even Breakers, but I loved it, and it was just an opportunity to be physical and show people that natural strengths come into it. And and even Asia Cup was amazing. Felt like all the boys did a really good job, and yeah, it's just a different level, and you got to be ready. If not, then teams are going to take it from you.
Coaches often use the term the glue guy, the player who often does the unnoticed work that holds everything together. Your stats, might not scream from the box score, but your energy and hustle play are legendary amongst the fans who knows the game. How do you measure a successful night for you beyond the scoreboard?
Obviously I want to win, but man, I don't think it's all about like stats and points and all that. Like, people harp on about like, oh, you only average 6 points or 7 points, but it's like, yeah, but look at the assists, look at the rebounds, and like without that, like other teammates, they don't score the ball or you don't get extra positions, and also like steals and blocks and stuff like that. I don't average a lot of blocks or averaged a couple steals here and there, but it's just, I feel like you just got to come out with energy. And coming off the bench, like I love coming off the bench because, the starters have this expectation to be their starters, right? So when you come off the bench, people are like, oh yeah, he's not a starter. He might not be as good as the starters, but really it's just like you come off, you bring energy, people are going to see that, like, oh, they play better with him on the court, or they play better in that next 5 minutes. It's going to be better than the first 5 minutes. So it's just being consistent in that and, doing whatever you can for the team. And I feel like there's a lot of glue guys in New Zealand. Just come off the bench in any situation and they don't care about the scoreboard or the stats or scoring all the points, having the ball in their hands. They just love doing other things like, passing, screening, getting your own teammates open. And then the ball comes to you eventually anyway. So, if you do your part, then they're going to repay you anyways. So that's just how I take it.
Right now, I notice a lot of assistant coaches in the NBA, they really value the stats of deflections, like not the steal, the deflections, right? That really help the team have more chances to win the game. And can you tell me who was the vet on the Tall Black squad that kind of took you under their wing?
At Asia Cup, I would say, I don't know. I have really good teammates, and I never like to single out one person saying, oh, yeah, he was the best vet. But Jordan Ngatai and Tohi Smith-Milner were really good for me. They came into the campaign late, but they were just, like open arms saying, come on, we need your energy. But yeah, more so like just believing in me, both of them. I couldn't really say one or the other, so I'll just say them both. But yeah, really great dudes, and they really want to help the younger generation because eventually everyone's time is up, so, and I hope to do the same one day when I'm a little bit older. But yeah, those two guys right there, they were a really big help to me. And then also on the first tour against the Aussies was Reuben, Taranaki, and Shea. They were really great for me as well. Just believing in me as well, and just giving me an opportunity to explore and do things on the court.
You are at a fascinating point in your career, not on the development squad anymore, but an established pro, still entering your prime. How does that change your role in the locker room?
The boys don't look at me as the young kid anymore. They look at me as the guy that needs to do a little bit more each week or each game. But we have great leaders in our team. Obviously not the start we wanted to get off to, but I guess, yeah, I just gotta be a difference maker now instead of just the young kid that was as a DP, and when he got an opportunity took it. But I get an opportunity every night pretty much to play, so I gotta take that with two hands and just go ahead.
Who are some of the newcomers and the young guys that you've been helping out on the team? Does that process of teaching others actually solidify your own understanding of the game?
If I'm helping someone else, like, I always look at it as how I would look at it first and be like, is this the best way of teaching it, or is this the best way for them to understand? Because all people are different. But yeah, we got a lot of like Tukaha Cooper's new to the group. Taylor Britt's new again. Obviously, two imports are new, and then old faces coming back to New Zealand, and that I will help my teammates any way they can.
Great news to have Dillon Bucher coming back to the team. Have you got a chance to talk to him and pick his brain since he's one of the, like you mentioned, he's one of the well-known glue guys of the team.
Dillon's amazing. He called me and asked if I wanted to come back to the Breakers because they had a team option on my deal. So once the new owners came in and Dillon was a part of it, him and Cobb obviously talked and they were talking about me. But yeah, I've talked to Dillon a couple times, and it's really good to hear like stuff that he's been through and what he's done. I actually went and watched him play in a Wednesday night league here in Auckland, and
Oh, really?
he's still got it, man. He's still unbelievable passer,
No doubt.
But yeah, nah, Dylan's a really great guy, and I've had a lot of conversations with him, so it's been really great to have him back.
The life of a professional athlete is all consuming. Like you basically live basketball, breathe basketball. What is your true sanctuary? What is one activity, place, or routine in Aotearoa that has nothing to do with basketball, where you can completely switch off and just be Carlin?
There's not a lot I can do up here in Auckland, so I just really just chill out. But definitely, if I get a couple of days off, I always love to head home, be around my family, hang out with them, my mates, see my mates. Whether it's going to the beach or my uncle lives on a farm. I love going out there, just go hunting and stuff. Yeah, I love to be out in the nature as well. So it's just like, it's good to get away from basketball and your mind just switches off and you don't think basketball for a couple of days or a few hours. So yeah.
Like I know you're a really big family guy, and since we first talked, all you mentioned is family, and also I remember your tattoo have your uncle's name linked on it as well. What is a fear that you overcome, and how did you do it?
It's obviously my shooting. My shooting has improved and all that, but it's still got time to improve. But man, I used to hate shooting the three ball. Like I just, every time I would shoot, I feel like I was gonna airball or miss, or it wasn't gonna go in. And then obviously that's just reps and reps and reps. But it's just, that's probably a fear, was like sometimes I wouldn't want to shoot the ball. Like I would absolutely hate it. And now I shoot mid range. I shoot threes, and it's just, obviously it's just hard work. Yeah, that was a tough question. That's a fear, I
But that
guess.
was a great answer though. Like
Yeah.
by the sounds of it, you got some new arsenal in your bag, which is great to hear.
Mm.
Um, okay, so my next question is, what is a book or a movie or a song that you feel truly understand you?
I listen to a lot of music, and there's songs that I would say if you listen to it you would understand me. But then also there's just a lot of songs that I love. But I love Hori Shaw. He's a New Zealand artist. There's a song The One, and I love that song. Or I love the movie Get Rich or Die Trying. Probably doesn't explain me. I'm not
I
too
mean, that's
sure.
a great movie, by the way, like one of the 50
Yeah,
Cent's greatest movie. And,
for
you know, it
sure.
really kind of tells that story from rags to riches and it
Yeah.
motivate people that aim higher, go further, you know, like it's a great movie. What is one piece of advice that you received that you initially ignored, but later realized it was absolutely right?
Probably shoot the ball. Like I used to always hear it. I used to always hear it from everyone, like, because I would turn down wide open shots 2 years ago, or even 3 years ago. Like I just wouldn't shoot it, and I ignored it because I was just like, oh, I can get downhill, or I can go to the rack. Then when a scout comes into play on a single player or players or teams, I don't let this guy get downhill. And now people were cutting me off left and right, and I couldn't go downhill, so I had no other option. I had to shoot it, and I'm glad that everyone said to me, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, because now I just shoot it, and whether it goes in or not, I'm gonna shoot the next one and trust in my work. And I work every day. Every day after the training, I shoot threes, shoot middies, and I just practice, 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 and it's gonna work out eventually, I believe.
So we have a question from the previous guest.
I was thinking about this question when I read the email, and coach actually asked us a great question today. Was like what drives you? Like what? Because to get to somewhere like high level, or like just do something hard, it takes a drive of some sort. So he asked us today what actually drives us. So I guess that's my question for them. What drives you?
Yeah, great question. What drives me is obviously my family and stuff, and just where I'm from, but also is like people telling me I can't do something or not good enough or anything like that. I just feel like it's a situation where when I hear that, it's like I see red, and I just like, you know what, like, stuff them. I'm gonna do it because you said I can't, and then when I do it, what are you gonna say now? So it's just like I feel like that's it. Don't let people like tell you you can't or you can't do this or that, because it's just that's what they think, but you can do it. And if you can't, then you just keep trying, and you only give up when you want to give up. I feel like, so it's just people like preying on your downfall, I guess, or being negative. I don't really like negativity, but when it comes across, it's a time where you can be like, you know what, I'm gonna show these people. So yeah, that's what motivates me.
There's no sweeter feeling than proving doubters wrong, for sure.
For sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
100%. So this next section is I would like you to ask our next guest a question. Before we leave, do you have any question for me?
Why did you start this whole interviews and the Instagram page and all that? Like, I know it's like for us Kiwis, but what was your main idea behind all this?
This is funny because our previous guest asked the similar questions as well.
Mhm.
So it's the whole thing started because for those who doesn't know, I'm living in the States right now from New Zealand, obviously, and I just feel like there's a lack of exposure for hoopers, especially from New Zealand out there. There weren't when I first started, there weren't any New Zealand media company covering the people that plays in the US college system or high school or prep school, regardless what it is, just this lack of coverage. I thought somebody need to fill up the gap, and here I am.
Yeah, nah, that's awesome. And I agree with that, man. It's like there's not a lot of coverage of Kiwi Hoopers out there, like
Hmm.
over in the States and all that. What do you get
Yeah.
up to in your off time, man? Like when you're not out here?
With kids, really taking kids to basketball practice, that's my off time. Other than that, I'll be working all the time, unfortunately. But yeah, I love my work. On my free times, basically just hang around with family, just like you. You know, like whenever I get free times, I want to hang around with my kids. I want to see them grow. I don't want to miss out on watching them improve every day. They're getting older now, but they still surprise me every day when they come back telling me something new about themselves. And I'm still learning as well as a father myself. So thank you so much for spending this time with you. I know you're super busy after training and all that, and it's in the middle of the season, and I really appreciate that, taking your time to come hang out with us. We'll be watching your whole season anyways, and we'll be rooting for you regardless.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Always love coming up and having a chat.